Greetings comrades! As I said, we'll prepare different varieties of banica, so today I'll show you how in my family we are preparing this traditional banica with pumpkin and apples. In Bulgaria we call it TIKVENIK, yes TIKVENIK, but it resembles really closely the Austrian strudel. This is a legit Babushka recipe, pure gold. So if you want to see how to prepare it yourself, stick with the video. Are you still here? Okay, let's begin. When I was in 5th grade, we got a house in the countryside, in the village, Slav village. It had these huge apple trees, like 10 of them. Below the apple trees we planted some pumpkins, and in front of the house we had a huge walnut tree. When the season came, my babushka gathered all the stuff, apples, pumpkin, walnuts, and she wanted to put them into use. She used to make her filled dough, the special kind of dough we saw in the banica video. She used to make it all by herself, which is a very hard process, and well, to be honest, I can't do it myself, but she was a master. And she made this homemade Slavic pumpkin banica, which was perfect. Eventually my mother learned how to prepare this too, and yeah, eventually I learned how to do it too. So today I want to share it with you so you can prepare it yourself. Why it is called TIKVENIK, as I said? Well, tikva in my language means pumpkin. So basically it is named after the product you put in it. To be honest, we use winter squash here, but in my country we say pumpkin to everything. Basically every kind of pumpkin is the same to us. So today I'll show you a slightly modernized version. As I said, it won't contain only pumpkin in it, but it will have apples. It is a traditional dessert around here, and most of the time we prepare it during the winter holidays where all the family gathers up and all of them can eat it. But I prepare it like all the time. Basically when I see pumpkin around the stores, I go and buy like 3 or 4 pumpkins because they last long, so I can have more of them and I can prepare this tasty dessert. It's a very light dessert which you can enjoy whenever you want. With that said, let's go to make it so you can learn to prepare it by yourself. The products you need is 500 grams of orange cucumber, also known as pumpkin or winter squash or even acorn squash. Make sure it's from babushka dough, those are the sweetest ones. You need 400 grams of apples that we're not keeping doctors away for some reason and we're staying in the fridge for months. We should bake these slackers to death. 25 to 30 milliliters of the nectar of the Slav gods, also known as sunflower oil. 50 grams of walnuts, pecans can likely work too. 30 or 40 grams walnut flour, because whole walnuts are never enough. 50 grams of raisins, artificial vanilla, also known as Terminator vanilla or capitalism vanilla, or vanilla that's actually not vanilla. Cinnamon, but don't snort it please, it's pretty popular to snort it these days. A little bit of white death, and 400 grams of Phyllo dough. If you don't know what it is, see the banica video. With that said, let's go to the preparation. First, you need to free up half of your day to peel and clean apples. This process may take approximately half of your Slavic youth, so yeah, transfer the cleaned apples in a bowl. Cut down half of your big orange cucumber. Be careful, this is a dangerous process, try not to chop your hand off. If you do, sew it back on or ask your babushka to do it. Use this genius Slav invention known as a peeler. After that, free up the other half of your day for working out. This special soft workout includes grating the apples and the pumpkin. Bonus, if you haven't trimmed your nails, this is a perfect opportunity to do that. It adds a little bit of grunge to the end result. Enjoy your progress by showing great stuff to the camera. Take the walnuts, be careful, they are an expensive product. You don't want to waste half of your Slav salary. Break them up into smaller pieces to create the illusion that you have double the amount of walnuts. Put in artificial vanilla extract, as we don't have real one here. If we have it, it will cost the other half of your Slav salary for the rest of your life, possibly. Put in some raisins, they'll sweeten it up, but not enough. And since we Slavs are tough people and can handle unhealthy food like it's a piece of cake, put in some crystal white death and mix it up. This is actually very healthy for us, cleans up our arteries. Put industrial amounts of cinnamon, trust me, the more the better. Add in 40 or 50 grams of walnut flour. If you don't have walnut flour or you for some reason don't want to use walnut flour, use 4 or 5 crackers instead. The idea is to demoisturize the mixture so the Phyllo sheets won't become Phyllo soup. We are not making soup there. Mix up everything very well and congratulations, you're now a level 2 Slav chef. You know how to make strange mixture with orange cucumber. Subscribe if you want to become level 3 in the future. After that, enter secret codes for the Slavic sequence for making TIKVENIK, or strudel, or schnitzel, or whatever you want. You take 2 sheets of Phyllo dough. Each piece of Slavic strudel will need 2 of those. You oil them up with the brush, so you won't use a ton of oil. This isn't British Petroleum here. Put the mixture in the middle, be generous, but make sure you have mixture for all the dough. Roll like you haven't rolled before. It's like kebab or crepe, but with pumpkin. Make sure you use smaller tava than you need. We'll figure that out later. Create codes for repeating the procedure until you're out of products. This is like the movie with Tom Cruise where he dies and fights aliens multiple times, but with Phyllo dough and pumpkin instead. Brush, fill, roll, repeat. After that, take the big grandma tava, the big Babushka tava, which will be sufficient for our strudels. Capitalistic German words are the best. For now on, we'll use TIKVENIK instead. Make sure it does not have water in it, because we don't want to make TIKVENIK soup. Put the little TIKVENIK pieces in the tava, carefully treat each one as it's your firstborn son. Slavs have many firstborn sons anyway. Brush them again with oil made out of the seeds of the sun. We love our sunflowers, they make nectar of the gods, as I said. Baking. How do you bake this thing? Preheat your oven on 180 degrees Celsius, or if your oven only works in non-essential units, 356 Fahrenheit. This really does not make sense. Bake in preheated oven until golden brown with crispy edges. Takes approximately 20 to 25 Fahrenheit of time, but have a watchful eye on it. Here is the energy you receive from one piece for the ones of you who want to take care of their figure and health. 304 calories, 49 carbs, 6 fats and 8 protein. The things I do for you guys, you can't imagine. I even speak capitalistic and doing bonus Slavness rounds.
Bonus Slavness!
For the bonus round, basically we're making the same thing, but we roll it in a different shape. This is a more traditional way of making the TIKVENIK, called strudel or whatever. Today's bonus round is short, so you have to live with that. The Slav difficulty level of this is 4 out of 5, because we are grating a lot of stuff and rolling a lot of stuff, and it's a long process. It's not so difficult and it takes time. That's why I'm giving it 4 out of 5. And this is the desired look that you should aim for. Golden brown, crispy perfection. You can enjoy these for breakfast with ayran, which is basically yogurt and water, with hot cocoa or with coffee. It's a perfect light Slavic dessert of which Babushka will be proud. I hope you like this Slavic goodness, and if so, make sure to subscribe for more. Slav you next time!